Hey folks, you're about to listen to just a small sampling of the plethora of dogshit posts on this topic. For the full episode that has more posts, plus weekly bonus episodes that have even more awful posts, head over to patreon.com/reportthispost. For just $5 a month, you will finally be guaranteed happiness. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 151 of Report This Post, the podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name is Geiger, and that is Christian.
Cogito ergo sum.
And we're your hosts with the post. No idea what that meant. Probably some sort of slur. Every week, Christian and myself, for a listener, select a different topic and then find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. And this week's topic, as chosen by a listener named Dr. Big Jim Fridge, is academia.
That's right. This was purchased by Big Jim to celebrate his recent acquiring of a PhD degree.
We have at least one doctor listener. Now, is it any sort of real doctorship? Probably not. Probably
he is an archaeologist. So
yeah,
he is,
just fake shit. Not impressive, Jim. Sorry, but it probably took a lot of time and probably way too much money to do it. But
that's why I've never done it.
Yeah, I'd probably have like 4 or 5 by now. You know, but,
I got so much.
Yeah.
Going
what
on.
else am I gonna do? I got forums to look at. So they're not going to look at themselves. Someone's got to look at them. So someone's got to ironically tweet racist things or tweet ironic racist things. Or you know how it goes, folks. Thanks to Big Jim Fridge, the doc, for doing that. In addition to the money he plopped down for his PhD, he also plopped it down on the episode topic, and in addition to the time that he spent acquiring that doctorship, he also called into our voicemail at 904-468-POST. Now, what happens when you call into that number, for folks who don't know, this is something we usually do just on the in the main show, not for the free feed, folks. You call into this voicemail, 904-468-POST, and you can read us a bad post, and we'll play it on the show, most likely.
Yep.
And Jim decided to do this to read us a post on the topic of academia. Let's hear it.
Hey guys, very excited about the topic this week. Up until recently I was an anthropology graduate student, and this is one email went out over the listserv inviting all of the graduate students to come to a happy hour that was happening at a local brewery. And someone replied to that email with this, and he said, "Once again, I have to point out that this is exclusionary bullshit to have this sort of thing in a bar. Again, are we all so in need of alcohol to get through the day or to be sociable that it must be present in an organizing social fact? I understand that at least as well as anyone, the social-cultural rules of drinking involved here. Feel free to see my MA thesis on drinking stories. And it seems a matter of laziness," I think he means laziness, "lack of imagination and not giving a shit to address these concerns which have been raised previously. Good job, AGSU." He then went to Twitter, where this guy somehow has 17,500 followers, and he shared a screenshot of this email that he sent out to the listserv, and he said, "Well, this is going to be interesting. My cranky, profanity-laden screed about the Anthro Grad Student Association usually holding events at bars. I went to the whole listserv of 112 people. whatever. Bring it, fuckers. I stand by it. Hashtag PhD life. And I wanted to also note that nobody responded to that email at all. No one said anything else about it, and the happy hour still happened. But he got 5 retweets and 72 likes on that. So thanks. Hope you guys are enjoying academia. Bye.
Great. Thanks, Jim, for that. That was awesome.
You know, the classic reply all is always a good thing to happen to joke about, amongst with your colleagues and stuff. To do the reply all and then feign like you're the victim and then to go onto your public Twitter and post about it. That's really good. That's a power move right there. So.
This guy just can't stop sharing stuff that is not interesting or
does not affect anyone else's life.
Just shut up for a little while, man.
Yeah.
Don't make these bad posts and then do the meta post about the bad post. Just keep those thoughts in your little brain there, friend.
Well, he's got so much stuff going on because he's in grad school, PhD school, or whatever. So.
Hey, and before we get to the post, speaking of having stuff going on and listeners contributing stuff to the show, we are pleased to announce to all of you guys that our next live show will be our 3rd anniversary super special spectacular on Saturday, September 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern.
20th anniversary.
20th anniversary of that real effed up day, that real freaked up, twisted day that happened.
That day when we got to watch TV in school, but it wasn't cool or fun.
Yeah.
Just the news.
That sports was canceled, and
yeah, they don't do that anymore, do they? They don't cancel sports when something horrible happens. They're just
except for last year with the pandemic. They canceled all sports, so for quite a while, in fact. I know you weren't paying attention to Sports Bowl, but
my apologies.
Us alpha males were really affected by it.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, the 3rd anniversary show, 9/11 at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have a bunch of posts. We're going to have our listeners join us for the fun, read some bad posts. It'll only be for our wonderful subscribers over at patreon.com/reportthispost. Sign up now to get ahead of schedules to make sure you're there when it's time to go for that big spectacular. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's a Saturday night, which means it's not a school night.
Unless you're in grad school.
Yeah, unless you're doing your PhD,
then
which means
every night is a school night.
Yeah. Ugh, God. I didn't do homework in middle school. I can't imagine doing it well into my 30s.
You did not graduate. You don't know if you graduated high school, right? Is that the thing? You're not sure?
That's correct. Never quite figured it out. And it was never really needed.
At this point in life, who cares? It's water under the bridge. That's right.
Something to consider, folks. Anyway, why don't we just go and get to a goddamn post, all right?
Excellent.
Get started.
Well, here's one that Big Jim sent in to me. Thanks very much. At PhDography tweeted, I have a PhD, and tomorrow I start my 3rd day of working in a call center. Some days it just hits harder than others. I've been in a funk all day, just thinking about what else I can possibly do to make my dream happen for myself. Now with this job, I don't have any time in my day to even apply for anything else. I'm not sure where to go from here. And a user, Dr. Ann Amata, replied, I laughed out loud when I read this. But let's remember, a successful post-PhD career depends on how productive you are. Do you have publications, book chapters, research grants, teaching experience, conference presentations, etc.? And most of the responses to her were asking her, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you say this?
Oh, boy. Dr. Ann Amuda. Let's take a look at her. I want to see what she's got going on. 48,000 followers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is someone who's a little too obsessed with their whole academic pursuits.
Sure.
got a YouTube channel about it. So that's
does
fun.
she? Yeah.
Yeah, just talking about being a student, like being an adult student. It's just a thing, I guess.
That's a thing they do. Yeah. Oh, boy. There's a post from her on something called Nigerian Professor LinkedIn.com, which I don't think is a real website, but that's cool.
Cool. Yeah. And the PhDography lady, she just tweets about trying to get a job as a PhD person. So,
man, worth it, right?
Get off Twitter would be my first advice. That's not helping you one iota. So user Patch 99,000 made this post on Reddit. Change my view. Relatively useless fields of academia like philosophy, sociology, theology, etc. artificially inflate their difficulty to give their field of study the facade of legitimacy. And user The Last Emo Kid responded, why did you choose to use the phrase artificially inflate their difficulty to give their field of study the facade of legitimacy when you could have just said use hard words to sound smart?
Uh-huh. Well, the reasoning there is because, then the OP wouldn't have sounded smart if they would have done that.
That's a good point.
So get with it. You gotta post that kind of stuff in order to seem incredibly smart and interesting online.
Yeah, this guy, he seems to be most active in something called Slay the Spire. Have you heard of that, a subreddit?
No.
It is some sort of phone, looks like a card game or like a Magic the Gathering game for phones.
That's from what I can, cool.
What I can tell.
Oh, and the art looks really bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looks like the offspring of like Neopets and Magic the Gathering is what this art styles remind me of.
That sounds awesome.
Folks, download Slay the Spire now. They're the official sponsor of this episode. Use code child pornography and you'll get an extra crystal when you start out.
Yep, you'll get six free crystals and then a discount on the first 12 pack of gems that you purchase with real money, which people actually do, which still shocks the hell out of me.
Stupid. Really good.
Like, not even... Oh, man. It's crazy how much money there is in that stuff. Like,
sure.
Just buying things for your little game that have, like, not even no value.
Not even no real-world value, no in-game value. Like, you can't trade them in for anything. It's not like you're not buying tokens and then getting tickets that then you trade in for a Sony Walkman at the big counter at Dave & Buster's. You get nothing. Just the memory of doing it, which that itself is fleeting. So,
yeah. Speaking of fleeting, fleets are gone from Twitter.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I've looked at 4 in my life.
Yeah, not a great feature. So, good riddance.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Here's another one from Big Jim. Brittany Cooper, whose Twitter handle is Professor Crunk, tweeted out, why don't modern college kids know how to send a formal letter or email? I thought everyone knew to begin Dear Professor X or Dear Dr. X. Instead, these kids start emailing me, hello there, or just hello. Why are they like this?
They're bad. They're bad people,
well,
would be my guess.
Dr. Jessica Pabon replied, I used to do this thing where I'd walk into class, throw student papers in the air, and walk out. Give them a moment to be like, what just happened? Then I'd come back in and say, this is what it's like when you email me without a salutation, explanation, or subject line. So a bunch of folks replied saying that she was a psycho for doing this, including a few folks who had apparently been in some of her classes. So she later went and sent out this email to her current batch of students. As if the world is not a stressful enough place, I'm being dragged on Twitter for a comment I made on a thread about email etiquette. They are using this site called Rate My Professor as evidence, a public site where I do not fare so well. A lot of you wrote in your evaluations that you enjoyed my class and teaching style. If you did, and you wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate some help turning that rating around. It's all anonymous. Here's some one-star reviews from Rate My Professor on Dr. Pabon. She is dismissive when a student disagrees with her opinions. When I spoke about my perspective on feminism, she dismissed my ideas, saying she doesn't get it, and then immediately said, "Next!" I have never taken a class with a professor who won't even have a conversation with a student about the topic. Only her opinion is taught.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, just yelling next. Dealing with her has been outright aggravating, just entirely dismissive of even the slightest of questioning. Wasn't even really aware of this site until she sent an email out asking us to pad her stats because of social media drama. Most of the 5-star ratings appear to just be from herself. Waste of time and money. And one more here.
Good.
She failed me because I wouldn't follow her back on Twitter.
Now that is awesome. That is fucking
and
great.
Well deserved.
Look, if you just followed her, you wouldn't have failed. I don't know what to tell you. It's simple. She needs her numbers
you were
boosted.
Smart. You're in grad school, right?
Yeah. Boy, what a tweeter she is too. Here's her pinned tweet. I'm not out here to protect your white settler cis hetero patriarchal institutions. I'm not out here to reform your white settler cis hetero patriarchal institutions. I'm out here to transform them.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's got 6 likes on it.
From all her straw man accounts that she's just like...
I'm going to guess those. Let me look at the faves. Who actually oh yeah. It's the same women. It's her, but in different forms.
It's her colleagues, right.
Let's see. You have Janet Werther, who's a queer femme artist and PhD candidate.
Sure.
You have Mona Ali, who's an international political economy associate professor of economics at State University of New York. You have Dr. Gwendolyn Beetham, a she-hers scholarly queer feminist. You have Ellie Canuelas Torres, who is a PhD candidate, Newhouse SU UPR alumni. Hashtag the cosplaying PhD.
Ooh.
Oh, now I gotta look at that person because, oh boy. Oh no. Yeah, it's any other Latinx scholars at hashtag AEGMC 2021 and then some sort of anime GIF. What is that? Good God. Yeah, it's, again, this is one of those, there's rabbit holes like this where you're just like, boy, there's all sorts of new types of pathetic online I didn't know about.
The PhD cosplayer.
Yeek.
Folks, you love to see it.
That is a tough hashtag there. Hashtag that's been used 3 times ever just by her. So, not a very popular one.
Still gaining momentum. It's still gaining traction.
Yeah. She'll
send it out in her recap email to her students to start using it online. Really get the following up there.
It's hard to understate just how little important work you're doing when you make those, like when Dr. Pabon makes a tweet like that and it's just liked by the other, just 6 different versions of her.
Yeah.
Like you are doing it's just complete jerking off.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
There is nothing important going on there.
Don't you people have papers to grade? Isn't that what you're supposed to be up to?
Yeah. But if I found out my doctor was a cosplayer, I'd be very upset. I found this young Afro-American woman on Facebook. She's a professor at a very liberal school in New York. She posted this complaint back in May after her students gave her year-end evaluations. So, right in the same track as Pabon there. I'm done. I'm really, really done. I need a new job. I need a job where I teach students who aren't fundamentally hostile to my existence. And this is from one of the evaluations. Find a professor who does not come to the first day of class dressed like she finished working the pole. Find a professor who does not insinuate that every white student is racist. I would even suggest going to one of the people who beg for food outside of Whole Foods and have them teach the class, because I honestly feel I would learn more from them.
Damn, god damn.
Tough. Top response on that post from one of her friends was, "Fail them hoes."
Yeah, sure.
And another comment from a different woman, "Sounds like you are truly effective. #offend colonizers."
Oh, what the hell, man? Jesus Christ.
These students are taking her class and she's intentionally pissing them off because they're colonizers. Okay. Anyway, another post from our OP just a few weeks earlier. She made, "Academic friends, when reviewing an article for a journal, is it appropriate to leave dumpster fire gifs as comments? I'm reviewing an article obviously written by a white senior scholar who was 9,000 miles outside her lane."
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why people who use the internet should not be teaching anything.
That's the thing. People who are raised on MySpace just don't belong in academia. It's like, it's not a good mix. But I mean, but also, what do I know? I'm just a dumb hick. So, don't listen to me.
That's true. Yeah, I guess both are true.
And you know what? Using the whatever method, we know that can be the case, that two things can be true at the same time, even if they contradict themselves.
Yeah, my dissertation was about that. I'm not even sure what that is. It just always sounded cool.
No idea what 90% of these words are, but that's okay. We're going to slog through it. It's fine.
It took me way too long to figure out that PhD had anything to do with doctorates. I thought it was like, those just like cool letters you get for, like, I don't know, going to school a lot or something. I didn't know what it meant.
They upgrade from like gold stars to just random letters. Like,
yeah, it's like, okay, I know 2 of them are capitalized for some reason. I don't know. It's probably, I'm sure there's a valid reason for that. I'll never know, and that's totally fine.
Not going to ask anyone. No.
Whatever.
Hey, speaking of PhDs, a woman currently working towards hers posted this to Facebook.
Okay.
Does anyone else see the light? Someone, please tell me I'm not the only one. The signs? The manifestation? 137 CJ, Carl Jung, the energy is coming. JC, I am the truth. I am the light. JFK, ancient heritage. Barack Obama tried showing us the light. God is real. Energy is real. Power is created through force. The world, man has kept us in bondage. Anne Frank, Abraham Manslow, the Red Tribe, the Lost Light. A group of people who are in bondage. Our ancestors, we are them, they are us. I am. We have to set groups free. Slaves, injustice, allies, social justice. Those with autism. See the light. They are on another realm. All disorders and diseases are manifestations of our reality. Perceptions are all signs of why this world is wrong. The system, not the individual. Be the light. Walt Disney, Chris Brown, Sitting Bull, Temescula, the white buffalo, the white rhino. I hope someone is able to connect like me. If so, reach out. I know I'm not the only one who can use advert eye gazing and see the illumination within the light force. Electricity, gold, etc. are all man-made ways to capture the light and try to control man. Those who tried sharing have ascended and joined the force. When the force comes back, these people, those who choose light, will be with us. What side will you be on? Man's or the light? I was able to see with tunnel vision last night. Wake up, listen to songs. Luke Skywalker, Walking on Them Haters. Maroon 5, Adam Levine, Lovers Do. There is messages everywhere.
Pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get a PhD in just being a Looney Tune?
Complete crackerjack, that's right.
A real daffy broad, huh? You can just... Okay. Or can anyone be technically working towards their PhD?
You have to be accepted into a program. I mean, it's not just something that you... Yeah, well...
I don't know. Because you can say, technically I'm working towards my PhD by working towards it, you know?
Sure, that's true.
So, like a kindergartner is working towards their, like you got to do that part before you can get to the PhD part. So,
aspiring PhD, which I think we have a post about here.
But it reminds me of at one of my old jobs. There was one of the owners, this rich guy, who had a daughter who was like 45 years old and was like she was not a learned person at all, but her dad had a lot of money, so she just like kept taking the bar every.
Oh no, you told me that.
Did I?
Like every time she could. Yeah.
Just like it was just like a hobby of hers was to try and become a lawyer, even though I don't really know if she had any education otherwise. And her dad was just like, whatever, it's money that I have millions of. It doesn't really matter. Just go for it.
You go ahead and flush this. You flush it for me this round, and then we'll see what happens.
It's like, I'm going to give you the money anyway, so just do whatever you want with it.
Just keep going, taking the bar every, 2 years, not studying between it or anything.
Nah, just like, I'm just going to take the bar today. Whatever.
One of these times I am going, my patented just guessing is going to work. I know what the first couple ones are now from taking it.
Yeah, I remember the questions that aren't right, so there's got to be.
That's right. Unless they mix it up. Yep.
And I know when they say all of the above in the multiple choice, that usually means it is all of the above. You learn that. So, and I'm sure that's how the bar works, right? Just A, B, C, or D. Murder is illegal, not illegal.
It's just sweating.
God damn it! What do I? These big eggs really rake me over the coals here with this one. Well, hey, speaking of that crazy lady, I found a guy named William commenting on an MSNBC article about academia. Wikipedia claimed that the time cube is non-science constitutes a grave error by the half-brained bastard who can't think opposite of the lies he was taught. Singularity, quote, education inflicts a dog brain upon students, ability to be taught servitude, but an inability to ever think opposite of brainwashing and indoctrination, very unlikely to ever recover to acknowledge nature's harmonic, simultaneous, rotating, four-corner, 24-hour days in one Earth rotation. Academic free speech is a damn lie. Try to discuss and debate nature's time cube, and your boring teachers will not allow you. Ignorance of time cube dooms humans, inflicting their own created, quote, word hell. Educators are actually, quote, boring word gods, teaching commercial plunder of nature. The damn bastards suppress free speech by denying time cube debate discussion. Students must demand free speech for the greatest of all human discoveries, nature's harmonic, simultaneous, 4-day rotating creation principle of cubism. Cubeless education is a deadly boring. Cubeless educators are boring bastards. Humans are dumb, educated, brilliant, and boring. They don't want to know nature's cubic order of creation.
Ooh, bully. Wow.
You know, it's hard to argue.
I do have to say, though, as a lifelong sufferer of dog brain, I'd like William to put a little more thoughtfulness into his next comment that he makes on MSNBC. Seems a little... he's kind of leaving some of us out in the cold. So,
yeah.
Do better, William. I'm asking you. I'm begging you.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I was a victim of cubeless education. I never was... I don't know anything about the time cube, so I was denied that.
You're like, what the hell? What is this? What in the world?
Yeah, but this is a time cube we're talking about here.
God, okay, yeah, what?
So that means nature's harmonic, simultaneous, rotating, four-corner, 24-hour days in one Earth rotation.
Okay, the first thing that comes up for Time Cube. Time Cube was a personal webpage founded in 1997 by the self-proclaimed wisest man on Earth, Otis Eugene Ray. It was a self-published outlet for Ray's theory of everything, also called Time Cube.
Wow. So there is. I guess it's real.
Claims that all modern sciences are participating in a worldwide conspiracy to teach lies by admitting his theory's alleged truth that each day actually consists of 4 days occurring simultaneously.
Oh, okay. So, I see the diagram. It's the Earth spinning in a cube. At the top of the cube is midday. It says Socrates lives here. Sundown, Clintons live here. Midnight, Einstein lives here. Sun up, Jesus lives here. Okay, so it's like...
Holy shit.
Okay.
Wow. That is something that I'm going to spend way too much time looking at later.
And it's one of those things if you have to be just it's this kind of website that people like buy into. It's like this weird. You have to be just smart enough to understand the words that are said, but way too dumb to actually critically think about any of it. It's a tough. You don't see a lot of those types of people. So
nope. No, actually, you do. You see a lot of them online. You do see.
Well, I don't know. They're mostly just stupid. Most people, though. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Time Cube's it's a great name.
It says what it is, right? It's right in the
Otis
name.
Died in 2015, the age of 87. Good lord.
That's old to you. That's a long time.
Well, I don't know. In Time Cube days, it's hard to say.
Okay.
I don't really know where he lands in the cube with that age.
He died on the Clinton morning.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, R.I.P. to Otis. Maybe we'll find somebody here that can take his place. Lushy9160 started the thread, Diapers for a PhD in Training, over on adisc.org, the website for adult babies and diaper lovers.
Sure.
I am in high school and getting ready for a major league university such as Harvard. I was wondering about a discreet yet comfortable and nice-looking cheap diaper. What would last the whole day with studying and my daily routine? This would include staying convenient when rushing to class and such. I would also need to stick to a budget of about $100 to $150 a month, with about 1 to 2 diapers a day and one at night. I also need tips on dating, messing and cleaning up, staying discreet, occasional toilet use, and such. Also, I need tips on how to keep this from my parents and whether I should stay diapered 24/7. Do you guys mess in your diapers 100% of the time? Downside Wave replied, you have a lot of questions, kind of overwhelming. I would suggest different posts spread out rather than a cluster of everything you want to know.
So, getting ready for a university such as Harvard, what does that mean?
So, this delusions of grandeur of I'm going to be going to Harvard, and I need to prepare to be diapered the entire time. This is just... this is a kid who... normally when you're in high school and if you're about to graduate, you already know where you're going to be going for school. Yeah. So... yeah,
I think I'm just going to go to Harvard this year. It's like the summer before. You're like, what are my options? I guess Google best college. Oh, Harvard. I guess I'll go there.
I've heard the phrase Ivy League school before, so I think I'm just going to do one of those.
People seem to talk about those a lot, so I'm figuring I'll just go there. Lushy 9160 has been banned
from the forums. Yep.
He uses that screen name all over the place, so you can find him on YouTube, you can find him on Reddit. Jeff Zhang, look him up. Have fun with that one, folks. I'm sure he's a Shiba Inu guy. So, and oh boy, he also uses it on. Looks like he uses it on Amazon
for purchases.
Which is interesting because he used it to give a review for the Lovence, which is the vibrator that women on Chatterbait use, that pink thing that just sticks out of there. There's Snash. So yeah, he left a review for it. I'm trying to find it. I found it on... Oh boy, I can't wait to see what he says about this one. Come on, Lushy, where are you? Lushy 9160. Come on, I gotta find this. Yeah, I don't know that to be a thing for gentlemen. Am I wrong?
I mean, a hole's a hole, right?
Brother, you said it.
He's also has a hobby of taking pictures of commercial airliners taking off and landing. He has 583 posts on Instagram. All aviation photos. All photos taken by me. And it's literally just like 747s taking off and landing. Different planes. That's different. That's weird one.
That's suspicious, right?
Yeah, that's strange. That's weird. Hey, the guy has interests.
He's got full-blown autism is what he is.